I have a printout at home that I got from Neolife with all the, for lack of a better word, all the chemicals that are in the products, explaining what they are. They've been found safe over decades of use and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
If you're talking about our
like
glossary of terms?
Yeah, that one. The maltodextrin and the this, that, and the next thing.
Yep.
I don't find the sodium lauryl sulfate on there. Do we have any of that in our products?
We don't use sodium lauryl sulfate in our products.
And the SLES, do you use any of that?
That's a different animal.
Okay. Because we had a lot of questions about that sort of stuff. And I don't know how to answer
You must be
those.
selling a lot of hair shampoo.
No, I just got people that have weird questions. And I don't know how to answer these things the whole time. So
Okay.
how do we give them an answer and put their mind at ease?
Okay, well, there's this thing called sodium lauryl sulfate, and sodium lauryl sulfate is an old-style industrial chemical. It's a surfactant, and years ago, it was used as the standard for determining skin and eye irritation in rabbits. Terrible, terrible thing, where they would tape a rabbit's eye open and then put some in there. And then they used that as a standard by which they would compare the irritancy of all others. A horrible thing. It's something we've never done and will never embrace and have actually fought against. So that, for that purpose, it got recognized as being a bad thing. Actually, there's very little evidence, because when you use it in a product, it gets diluted quite a lot. There's very little evidence, if any, that it's a problem. But nevertheless, we stopped using it a long time ago. What we have, one ingredient in our shampoo, which is why I said shampoos, must be moving a lot of shampoo, that is called sodium lauryl ether sulfate. Now, that is a plant fatty acid derived thing bound to sodium, salt, okay, that is converted into a cleansing agent. Lauric, sodium lauryl, comes from lauric acid. Lauric acid is a naturally occurring fatty acid found in coconuts, which is where we get it. It's coconut oil-derived lauric acid that's made into sodium lauryl ether sulfate, okay? So you've got sodium on one side and sulfate on the other side of this thing to make it stable, both of which have no problem. If you're not consuming too much sodium, you don't have a problem with it. But on the outside of the human body, there's no problem at all for either of those. They're totally inert. So that's the form that we use. It's a plant fatty acid-derived thing called sodium lauryl ether sulfate. It is safe. We only use it in really, really tiny amounts and only in our shampoo.